Hi, I'm Michael Kern. I'm the CEO of Direct Legal Support, and today we're going to discuss on how to submit an e-filing through the Direct Legal portal. After you go here and you create a sign-up account, then you'll get credentials to be able to place an order. You'll then come to the sign-in login sheet. So as this case, we already have one already set up for our demo. Put in a username and password. You'll be able to save it. You'll log in, and if you log in, then you're going to see your login portal. In this case, we already have several jobs already as demos. So you're going to have place an order, manage your cases, any pending orders you have, and any closed assignments you want to look back at. Also, there's a drop-down screen that says a search feature where you can look also here if you didn't want to click the big buttons. This search thing will allow you to check case number, case name, and billing codes. So let's just go ahead. We're going to place an order. And then you're going to say, what would you like to do? So then these are all the services that we offer. So in this case, we're doing an e-filing. So we're going to choose e-filing. Then we're going to select the county. There is 22 courts that offer e-filing. So we're going to just choose Los Angeles. And then you have to decide whether it's a federal, if it's a civil or it's a federal. So automatically it sets up for civil, but let's just say you want to do federal or family law. You can check here. The portal is going to flip over automatically to family or federal documents. And if you don't want that, look at it. If you check back to civil, limited, and probate, you check it, it'll flip it back to that case type. So in this case, we're going to do a new case initiation. So we're going to choose new case initiation. After you choose that, you can decide if you want to do a filing right after the case has been filed, it'll automatically send it out for service. So if you don't want to do that, you leave it as no. If you do, then you check yes. Automatically, a drop-down screen is going to present itself, and then you will fill out the party, the capacity, and or if it's a company, the registered agent, the address, and the address will do an address verification, which uses the back end of the post office. If you have any hearing dates, obviously on a new case, you're not going to have a hearing date. This more applies to just regular service of process. And any special instructions you want us to know about the subject that we're serving. But let's just go back, pretend you're not going to serve anybody at this point. You're going to say no. We're going to start case initiation. And we're going to enter a case. I'm going to just enter a generic name, Janet Smith versus Michael Jones. And then you're going to choose whether it's civil limited, unlimited, or probate. Let's just do civil limited. And what kind of case are you filing? They have all these different case types. By the way, this is all on the civil case cover sheet. But the most prevalent one that people use is obviously personal injury for motor vehicle, and the jurisdiction, let's just say it's 1 to 10,000 we're suing for, and a zip code where the incident took place. So we're going to just choose an address. Then you got additional case information. This is for cases that are conditionally under seal or confidential cases, so you don't necessarily have to put an address here. You can actually skip this. The other time that you may have to fill this out is if it's an unlawful detainer case that you're filing. Then it will require you to put the address, and the caption will change. So moving on to the next part where it says case initiation, you're going to have to add your parties. This is like filing a new case. Whatever's on your summons and complaint must match identically. So we're going to add a party. In this case, we're going to select the plaintiff. And then, so we're going to check Shannon is the plaintiff. Okay, and then let's just say you were having a male, then you would have junior, senior, the second. You've got to make sure it's exactly the same. So if you have Shannon, Susie, or a middle initial with a period, it must match exactly. Does the person have an alternate name? Is there AKAs? Is there a DBA to it? So then it has a choice for you to add those in there at that time. And then say you got AKA, now it gives you another choice. If there is no AKAs or anything, you continue on. Does the person require an interpreter? You can choose the language that they speak. The court now has this as a new requirement. If you're filing it as an impro se or impro per individual, you would check this if you're filing a fee waiver with it. And you'll submit those documents. If you're self-representative, In this case, let's say Shannon wasn't represented by counsel. She would check this and say she's self-representative. Then you got billing. She's automatically the lead client or the person filing the document, and then you can put a billing code, or you can put NA. In this case, I'm just going to put this for reference. So we're going to save that. Now, mind you, say you made a mistake. You can go back to this little thing to edit your party's data at any time. Now you want to add the other party, which is the defendant in this case. So we're going to go down. We're going to select defendant. And this time we're going to add the other person, which is Michael Jones. He doesn't have any surnames or suffix. He doesn't go by any alternate names, interpreter, or fee waiver, so we're just going to add him. Now you need to add the attorney of record in this case. So in this case, you're going to add, you can choose one that's existing. In this case, we're going to choose an existing attorney. So we're going to say, select this one. He's got all his information. We're going to add him. Right away, for demo purposes, the attorney's been added to this particular case. So once you have an account established, you already have your information already set up in the main system already. I'm going to go to the next part, the next tab. It's the documents. So you're filing a brand new case, so you always want to start with the complaint. The complaint is the main document in the Superior Court system. So we're going to type complaint, and as you can see, it already starts going. You're going to choose case initiation. You're going to hit browse. It's going to bring up your documents that you have saved. In this case, we're going to choose. Now, I'm going to give you a great sample. This happens a lot. I have it here as complaint non-text. The court requires all documents to be text searchable according to CRC 2.256. As it tells you down here in highlighted form, it tells you that it's required. Now, our software will automatically try to convert your document into a text searchable format, and it does it 99% of the time, but at that 1%, it may not. So how to prevent it? You can download Adobe DC Pro, and automatically when you hit edit, it will automatically convert your document in text searchable. There's also several other softwares on the market that can do it. But let's just say, hey, I don't want to do it this way and take a chance, so let's delete this. We're going to go up here. We're going to say complaint again. Hit case initiation, hit browse. Okay, this one now is text searchable. I've already converted it prior to setting it up. Then it asks you who you filed by. It's filed by the plaintiff. It refers to the defendant. And who is representing the case? Chris Matthews, the lawyer. Then this is the lead document. You don't hit next. You go ahead and now you're going to enter the next document that goes with this, which is the civil case cover sheet. Click that. It's letting you know. It's got a pop-up menu so that no mistakes are made. To minimize the mistakes is telling you to submit the civil case cover sheet and the addendum together in one upload. So you say, okay, we hit browse, go to our documents. I have it abbreviated as CCCS. It's uploading it, prepares it. You don't have to check anything. It's saving it for the first one. Now you want to submit the summons, case initiation again. Hit browse. You're going to choose summons. Okay, so now you got the summons, the complaint, and the civil case cover sheet. You're going to move on to the next step, which is the court fees. You hit next. And here it tells you the court automatically recognizes based on your categories you selected that it's $225 for a limited case from 1 to 10,000. The court transaction fee is going to get charged of $1.75. The EFM fee, which stands for eFiling Manager, is a $1.90 fee plus our eFiling fee, which starts at as low as $9.95. You're going to authorize us to pay those court fees. We're going to hit next. And then you can decide, do you want to file it directly right now where it gets submitted immediately to the court? Or do you want us to review to make sure that you did it text searchable, you bookmarked your documents, and you entered everything correctly to prevent anything getting rejected or having a blown statute? So in this case, so that we don't submit this particular document to court, I'm going to do expert review. I'm going to send a note to, this will go to the court clerk after review it. The statute is on 2/21/20, must be filed by Friday. Okay, that's going to the clerk. You can, all the people that are listed in your account as users, you can send it to you automatically get it for yourself, but you can send it to everybody else in your office or as the list grows on. Sometimes we have 40 different names in the drop-down list in bigger law firms, and they check all the different parties that they want to be notified that they submitted the filing. Once you do that, you hit submit, and then you're going to get a notice, thank you for your order, and this is going to be your confirmation number that gets submitted. Once we submit it, which will be usually within an hour or so, we review all your documents, and as you can see on the order summary, it shows you all your case information, what the total court fees were, what the order details is, and what the special notes are. I want to thank you today for looking at our video and showing you how to submit an e-filing to the Superior Court. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact us at 800-675-5376 or email us at support@directlegal.com. Thanks for watching our video. Hi, I'm Michael Kern. I'm the CEO of Direct Legal Support, and today I'm going to show you how to submit an e-filing to the Superior Courts of California. After you create an account through our website, you can go in here and put your first name, last name, and so forth, and all your information as well as all your payment information. You will have access to then go ahead and submit an e-filing. Once that's done, you're going to come up to our e-filing portal where it's going to have you'll put in your email and your password. So in this case, I got a demo site set up. I'll log in. And this is what the main dashboard looks like. In this case, I have several templates already. You won't have any of these documents here if you just started to e-file for the first time. So you have different choices here. You can place an order, you can manage cases once you have cases submitted, you have pending orders, and you can look at past close orders. You also can do a search here by the same thing as the buttons, as well as in here you can search by case number, case name, billing code. You're going to have all kinds of drop-down things once you have case information loaded. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and do a filing. So I'm going to place an order. You're going to get a choice of what you want to do. In this case today, we're going to talk about doing an e-filing. And now you're going to select the county. In this choices, you have 22 different choices, but for purposes, we're going to choose Los Angeles. And we're going to do a sequential or a sequent e-filing. In this case, you can choose when you do an e-filing, once a case has already been made, you can choose whether you want to e-serve the participants. This only really falls into complex litigation or construction defects where there's hundreds of parties. Otherwise, everything else is done by standard service of process by a processor going out in the field and actually serving the individual. You can have the choice to choose from family or federal in this case. So if you want to choose and say, hey, I want to do a family court, you can choose family, and it'll change the portal to those requirements to do an e-filing. In this case, we're going to do a civil one, so go back to civil, choose subsequent, and then we'll go over here. We're not going to do an e-service. We're going to hit next. And then you have to choose what kind of category. It says civil, unlawful detainer case, probate, so forth. You got to make sure you choose, because if you choose the case number and you didn't choose one of these boxes and it's a probate case, it'll say unable to find. We've had that several times where people didn't choose the right category. So in this case, I have a case number already. E00462. You hit search. It's talking to the courthouse right now. It found your case. It shows that you already have a case already pending. Let's say you're filing a motion or an ex parte or whatever you're trying to do on a particular case. This is a spot you would choose deliver a courtesy copy. Certain documents require courtesy copies to be delivered by 12 o'clock the next business day in accordance with the Civil Code of Procedures or the local rules, which you can find on directlegal.com/eFiling. So in this case, let's just say we're going to choose, we want to also deliver a copy to the court. So we're going to say what division, we'll just say whatever division is being heard. We're going to say next. Since the case already exists in the system, it's going to choose who our plaintiff is in this case already, because there's already been other filings. So we hit next. You're going to choose the documents. So we're just going to say notice. You can choose whatever the notice is that you're trying to file. Notice of name change, notice of hearing. You got lots of choices that you can choose. Well, let's just say it's a notice of motion. A notice of motion is one that you have to deliver a courtesy copy. So you hit browse. I'm just going to select any document for the purpose here. And it says, who is it filed on behalf of? It's filed on behalf of the plaintiff. It's our lead document. Go to next. It's going to come up with the court transaction fees. And then you're going to choose whether you want to do court e-filing, which goes directly to the court. It's submitted immediately to the court, or you choose e-file today by expert review, which is us. So the difference in fee is it's $9.95 plus court EFM fees, or it's $29.95 plus EFM court fees. So it's basically costs us $20 more. We review your document, make sure it's text searchable, make sure the document is bookmarked, all your exhibits are marked, because if those things are not done, the document will be rejected. So text searchable is required under CRC Rule 2.256, and all your documents have to be bookmarked if you have exhibits for examples under CRC 3.1110 subsection F to have all your documents bookmarked. The system will automatically try to do text searchable automatically. It's built in the back end of our program. It does it 99% of the time, but it's not guaranteed. So it's best that you make sure your document is text searchable. But in that one case you forget to do it by accident, the court software will automatically try to do it for you. If you have any special notes on this thing, I have a hearing on 2/21/20 at 8:30 a.m. in Department 22. That's letting them know that you are letting them know that there's a hearing coming up tomorrow in Department 22 by ex parte. They have now been notified. You also can notify any part of your staff that is already registered in our system to notify them that you submitted the e-filing. Also, when the document gets filed, it also will send to all those participants that you wanted to be notified. So in this case, we're going to choose by expert review because we're not going to submit it to the court. We're going to make sure we review it. We're going to submit. It says select the delivery option. When do you want the courtesy copy delivered? We want it delivered by tomorrow. You can choose how fast, depending on those court rules, which one is required for that judge. Some judges want it by a certain time. Most of the time, by tomorrow, by 4 o'clock, in most of the courts will be acceptable. So we'll just say tomorrow. So each step of the way, it lets you choose when do you want to submit the document to the court and when do you want the courtesy copy done. After you choose all these particular things, then you hit submit. It's now preparing the order, and it gives you 2 confirmation numbers. And the reason it gives you 2 confirmation numbers, the first one is for your e-filing, and the second one is for your courtesy copy to be delivered in tandem after the e-filing is processed and we can submit a courtesy copy to the judge as required by local rule. Thank you for watching our video. Our contact information is displayed on the screen. Should you need any further assistance or help in processing, court filing, skip tracing, e-filing, or any of our e-filing platform services, we look forward to serving you. Thank you. Hi, I'm Michael Kern. I'm the CEO of Direct Legal Support, and today we're going to show you how to submit a process serving assignment through our portal. So after you register at our website and you go to directlegal.com, you'll go over to the section to create an account, which is at the very top. And then you'll get this pop-up that'll come in and ask you for your name, your address, and so forth, and set up your password that you choose and your payment information, all your account information, the firm, email, and so forth. So once you got an account established, you'll get a confirmation saying that your account has been established, and then you're going to be able to log into the mainframe to create a job. You'll get to this section. You as you can see, we've already got a email already set up for the demo. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my password. And then this is what you'll see. You'll come into your case management. In this case, there's several different jobs because of demo purposes, but all this will be blank until you actually start establishing and pending jobs. So you got place an order, manage cases, pending orders, and closed assignments. Up here, you have a drop-down bar. As you enter jobs, it's going to give you all kinds of different options. Over here, you can search by case name, case number, or billing code. So if you can't remember the case name, how you actually have it, you can put in your file code that you had previously entered, or you want to put in a billing code. So in this case, we're going to place an order. When you come to place an order, it's going to say what you like us to do. So we offer all this service. We offer e-filing, court filing, processing, document retrieval, courtesy copy delivery, Secretary of State filing, county recorder, writ service, and skip tracing. But today we're going to teach you how to do process serving requests. So we're going to choose process serving. And right here to start off, you can enter up to 15 different parties in one job, and it'll create all the work orders, so you don't have to keep entering the case name and case number over and over, as many different portals have. So in this case, you know, you can select 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. If it's 3, it'll come up with 3 choices. If you select 1, it'll give you 1 choice. But in this case, let's just choose something real simple and basic. We're going to call it, let's call it Michael Smith. And you get a drop-down menu here. You're going to choose individual. And where you're serving them at, 1541. Wilshire Boulevard. And as you see, it's already giving you all the possibilities. You choose Los Angeles. Right away, it knows that this address has multi-units. In this case, we'll choose 550. Business name, Direct Legal Support. Hit OK. Now it tells you, and it also confirms, now this is verified, and how it's verified, the back end is automatically tagged to the U.S. Postal Service. So it automatically does an address verification. So for example, let's say that I want to put a wrong address. It says unknown address. It's going to let you know that, hey, this address is unknown. It's because it does not match the U.S. Postal Service. You can hit OK. It's going to ask you to type the address again just to make sure that you did it right. Suite is 550, Los Angeles. We do this just to make sure that there's no missteps. Direct Legal Support, hit OK. And it will let you over it. But notice now, it doesn't have the verification. It's not verified. So this is a good way to prevent from you making mistakes and putting the wrong addresses in jobs. So here, I correct it right away. It verifies it. So that's all done. Now let's say you're entering a residence address too. You can add address here. Now this is the business address. You can enter the residence address if you want. So you can give both addresses. And then you'll, down here in the notes, so let's say it's set up for hearing, you have an OSC to dismiss the case unless you get the defendant served within 60 days or whatever the situation is. You can put the hearing date, the department, If it's a subpoena, do you want us to advance witness fees? You can say yes, no. Proof of service, do you want us to file the proof of service after we serve the defendant? You can choose yes, let you know additional fees will apply because then we will charge you to e-file. Notarization is basically for out-of-state clients. It's not for in-state because California does not require notary on affidavits here in California or proof of services. If you have any special instructions, the subject looks like this, the car was involved in the accident is that, here's the person's date of birth, etc., etc. This is where you're going to put all those additional details for us, especially on a divorce document. It's very imperative that they give us the description of the person that we're serving because, believe it or not, people sometimes do lie when we're serving papers. Anyway, so after you've done all that, you're going to go to case info, and you're going to submit some kind of document type that you want to use. We're just going to choose this. This is a demo. Attorney of record. I'll put myself. It's got the name of your firm, your address, and so forth. If you are submitting this on behalf of another law firm, but it's billing to your account, this is where you can override and you can change what law firm you need on the proof of service. Okay? If it's your law firm, then you don't need to do anything except go to the next field. So we're going to choose that. You already know that you're the lead client because the plaintiff always is. Hit next. What kind of documents are you serving? So this is where you're going to type out your documents. Now remind you, you need to make sure you're typing exactly what the documents we're serving. Do not abbreviate because what you type here actually goes on the proof of service. So if you're doing the summons, complaint, civil case cover sheet, and let's say notice of case assignment. Okay, then you got all the documents. All of this is going to go on the proof of service. You hit attach, and right here's your service documents all ready to go. We're going to load the service documents. You hit next. You got the service address is going to let you do any editing. So let's say you want to do some editing here. You want to type in this, suite 550. You put it here. Direct legal was missing previously. So I want to make sure it's included. And everything else looks fine. We have nothing special about it. I'm going to hit save because now I update it. So make sure you hit the little floppy disk that says save. Now it shows you with the address and the name of the company that this subject works at. You don't want it notarized. There is no upcoming hearing right now. How about defendant may evade service? You may know certain things about this based talking to the insurance company or when the person got in the car accident that he was irate, or this is a dog bite case. Let's just say it's a dog bite case. This is important to notice and tell us that, hey, the prosecutor, hey, be careful. This guy got the defendant's dog bit a plaintiff on this. You want to be aware when we're going serving papers so that the prosecutor doesn't get attacked. So we're just giving you some samples. Go to order details. Then you can choose. We have 4 different categories, whether it's routine, priority, urgent, or on demand. And it tells you when our first attempt will be made by. So let's just say it's routine. I want to notify a couple of colleagues. In this case, it's just me. I only need to know about it. I'm going to submit. And then you're going to get a confirmation number saying this is your order number today. Now, if you need to print this out, you're going to get it on the screen. It's going to show you that if you need to print this out, you can print this out and put it in your case file that, hey, I ordered this case out. You don't have to depend on the portal. If not, you don't have to print it. It's not required. Otherwise, you can go back to your case management And if you want to go back to your case management, you can go back to see that here's the orders you have submitted in the queue. You can review anything. You can place another job off that job. If you forgot to include the second defendant, now you can go back and just add another job to it. It'll give you another ticket number. You can look at place orders. You can place a whole new ticket order from scratch, or you can look at all pending orders. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, contact information is up on the screen. I thank you for watching the video. We're a full-service legal support offering process-serving court filing, skip tracing, e-filing, out-of-state depositions, and writ levy services. Contact us today and see how we can be a service to you. Thank you for watching. Hi, I'm Michael Kern, CEO of Direct Legal Support, and today we're going to show you how to create an account on our website to submit e-filings, process serving, skip tracing, and more. So you go to our website, which is directlegal.com, and at the very top it says create an account. So you're going to put your name, you're going to then type, and if you're an attorney, you're going to check the box. If you're not an attorney, you leave it blank, of course. So I'm going to just do this for demo purposes. It'll tell you if it's not acceptable. And how did you hear about us? Google, you can say you did a search, you use seminar, mail, promotion, however you do legal publication. So let's just choose Google for the second. They finish. Now it's going to send you a confirmation to ask you to verify your email. Let know that you have received an email. This is what you're going to receive. You're going to get this in an email form saying, please verify. They want to make sure you're not spam. So you're going to click this, and it's going to bring you right to the e-filing portal so that now you can go ahead and e-filing. Our contact information is right here in front. We offer process-serving court filing, skip tracing, e-filing, or you can email support@directlegal.com. Thank you for watching our video.